Hi everybody and welcome to another Storytime with Kay. Before we get into it, I just want to thank you for clicking onto this video. And please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give me a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Okay, so how I'm going to start this story is in I've noticed weird behaviors from my baby dad's sister from the start of the relationship. So at first when she found out I was pregnant, she kind of seemed kind of angry, and that kind of shocked me because I thought why would you be angry about that? But eventually I found out that she was actually pregnant too. So I guess that's kind of why, because she felt kind of, I don't know, she felt there was a competition. And I also noticed that was a mutual thing with my baby dad too, because when he found out that she was pregnant at the same time as me, he kind of seemed annoyed too, and I didn't really understand why. Again, I'm an only child, so sometimes I see behaviours from siblings that I just really can't relate to. But yeah, there just seems to be an underlying competition already between our kids, and I just didn't really understand why. Another example of the weird behaviour, I think I had times where I wear wigs, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. At the particular time, when I was staying with them, I was wearing wigs. So she just made a comment where she was just making fun of women that wear wigs one time, and then obviously she knows that I'm in hearing reach, so I know as in cool she's trying to be funny, saying why would they wear wigs, as in it's for old people, yada yada yada. And then 3 days later I see her, she comes in and now she's got this synthetic wig, and I'm okay, cool. And then I'm just kind of thinking as in I don't know, I'm kind of looking at her getting the wig, and I'm thinking I don't know if you just wanted this to be something we can mutually bond over, but at the same time it's how is it something we can bond over when a few days ago you was just insulting women that wear wigs? So I didn't really understand that. Another example of the weird behavior, when my child was actually born, she was really frustrated by the fact that my child's dad actually helped with things like changing her nappies and feeds and things like that. And she'll just make comments oh, my child's dad doesn't do that. You're so lucky. And I'm just thinking to myself, why am I lucky for getting the bare minimum? Because you're in a situation where you don't have that. And I don't understand why I have to receive the anger from it. But at the same time, it's kind of I'm kind of good at ignoring people when they're projecting their anger onto me. And so I just kind of let that go. Another situation that happened where I was a bit yeah, this is getting alarming, is that I remember when my child was first born, I think the family was just first looking at her, and naturally black babies, they will be lighter in the face and a bit browner in the ears, because eventually they're gonna progress into that color. So I remember her mom, I haven't even named the sister, so my baby dad's sister, for the sake of the story I'm gonna name her Young Thug. Yeah, so I remember Young Thug and then her mom and stuff, they're just looking at my daughter she was just first born and stuff like that. And then I think Young Thug's mom made a comment something oh, my cute little dumpling or my cute little browning or something like that. And then straight away Young Thug just come in and she's just so loud and passionate. Oh yeah, but look at her ears, they're so brown, she's gonna get darker. And then I'm just looking at her as in all right, cool, that's true. I was about to say that, but you just got in there first and you was very passionate about that. And my thing is why are you so passionate about that? I don't have an issue with the fact that my child's gonna get darker, but why are you so passionate about that? Why is this something you're speaking on before me? Why is that even something to speak on? But I just noticed that too. I was all right, yeah, this is getting weird. The final incident when I was nah, this girl is just, yeah, I'm just going to keep my distance from her, yeah. Cool, I've put my daughter in a Nike set when she's 3 weeks old, right? And then she just see my daughter and then she just made this comment, she's oh my gosh, why is she so dripped out? It's only 3 weeks old. Gosh, you Africans, you just love image so much. You just love to show off. And I was yeah, okay, I get it. Oh, okay, cool, you're trying to be funny, right? You're trying to be funny. But the thing is there was actually no space for me to be offended, because I genuinely felt sorry for her. The fact that you're looking at this Nike set and you're dripped out, as in that was kind of concerning to me, and it was just a reflection of where she is in life and as a mother. And I'm not saying that clothes reflect who you are as a mother and stuff like that, but just even her attitude towards it and the fact that she's noticing it is a bit okay, cool. So, yeah, I actually just kind of felt sorry for her, because the God's honest truth is that I had a Burberry set that I was waiting for her to grow into. So, how are you going to react when I put that on her? But yeah, so that's kind of examples of the behaviour I already noticed from her from early, and just odd behaviours that kind of happen within the household. Right, cool. So let's fast forward now. Young Thug's mum, the grandmother, or the mum, right? She's basically got this boyfriend, right? That's the way I could describe this boyfriend, yeah. She barely even knew the man. It's she grabbed him outside the bookies and she brought him into the house. And even the way he dressed, yeah, it was just so corny. He was literally 40s, 50s, and he was dressing as if he was in competition with her sons. Literally, that's what it was giving. He would be wearing a tech and Air Maxes. These times it's an off-brand version of it, but that's what he's wearing. And like I said, he's 40s to 50s. It's kind of I don't know if that's normal to be wearing it at that age. I don't know, but anyways, cool. But to be honest, at the end of the day, wear what you want. But it's just the fact that he genuinely looked like he was in competition with her sons, and that is how he behaved as well. It was just a bit ooh. So anyways, the mum's got this boyfriend now, yeah. And then he's basically just come into the house one day, right? And the guy just starts crashing out. Bro. And then he's crashing out because he's basically seen a box of cigarettes on a table, right? Craziest part is that box of cigarettes were actually his that he left the night before, right? So he's going crazy and he's just saying to the mum, oh, you dirty whore, you're this, you're that. How can you have another man's box of cigarettes in the house? You're nasty. And then like this is what threw me off too, yeah. He keeps calling her a dirty whore, and he's got this accent, like he's got like this half Yardy, half African accent. I genuinely did not know what it was. My mum had the habit of like, I don't know, she's just falling for anything. Like even one of her baby dads, yeah, he was like one of them, like, you know, them freshies that come here and they talk in an American accent, yeah. Actually managed to con her with that American accent out of 2 kids and a place to stay, like as in residency in the UK. Like it was crazy. And then she'll dead ass be like, yeah, like, sorry, there's just a fly in my light and I don't know how he got in there. But yeah, she'll must be like, yeah, like he's American. Like, I know this is his Zim uncle. Like, you can't trick me. Like, as in, like, this is his Zim uncle.
Fucking Zimbabwe, you stupid little pimp.
But anyways, cool. So he's screaming at her, he's like, oh, like, you dirty whore, you're this, you're that. You got another man's box of cigarettes in the house. And he's doing this all in front of her kids. Like, the older kids, the younger kids. Like, there's, like, kids, like, as in age ranging from, like, 29 to, like, what, 4 or 5 at the time. Like, as in, the house was literally coming like Tracy Beaker's house. Like, it was crazy, right? So then, like, the older brother, like, my baby dad's oldest brother, like, he's just kind of like interrupting and like, nah, like you can't be talking to my mum like that, yeah. Naturally so, I guess she would do that because he's talking to her crazy, right? So as soon as the older brother's like interfered and been like, oh, like as in you can't be talking to my mum like that, you need to calm down or leave, yeah. The granddad's basically been like, who are you talking to? And he's like, you're trying to fight. And then the older brother's been like, come, let's go outside. So cool, they now go outside, yeah. And then my baby dad's there, you know, trying to trail along, you know, just being, you know, that person that, you know, so he's outside, yeah, but my man don't care, like as in granddad don't care. Granddad's still talking crazy, you know. He's still, yeah, your mum's a whore, your mum's a dirty whore. He's saying it to the older brother, he's saying it to my baby dad. Like the mum's outside, she's chasing after him, like she's chasing after her though. She's chasing after the boyfriend saying, please don't leave me, it wasn't, I swear, and she wants cigarettes. Like I swear, I was so bewildered. I have never seen a mum move like this before in my life. I'm not even joking. Like I'm in no way, shape or form saying that I came from like the perfect family background, because I didn't at all, yeah. But I've just never seen like a mum like behave like that up until that moment. Like I was just so confused. Like if things like that was going on in my family home, like when I was a child, like it was definitely happening while I was asleep. Like I didn't witness that stuff. I'm being so real. I was so thrown off. So she's just there chasing after him, bearing in mind he's still screaming, your mother's a whore in the son's faces, yeah. She's chasing after him like, please, no, don't leave me. I swear it's yours. And I'm just there watching like, yeah, this is mad. So then cool, granddad's now coming over to like my baby dad's face saying the same thing. Your mum's a dirty whore. Then my baby dad's kind of trying to come like talk to me. Like I don't even know what my baby dad was trying to do because he's not even about that life, yeah. But my baby dad's coming to step to my mind like, what? Gosh, why did granddad go and just punch my baby dad clean in the face? Oh my god, it was just so bad. Like it was so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. So I'm guessing like granddad was feeling himself like once he got my baby dad on the floor. So he's going to the older brother now and he's like, yeah, she's a whore, she's dirty shit, bro. He just kept saying it in this fake African accent, bro. I can't tell you what the man was, but she's a dirty whore, your mother a whore. That's just what he that honestly, I swear that's just what he kept saying. Like it was crazy. And then she's just screaming on the street like, please don't leave me, chasing after this man. Now screaming, your mother's a dirty whore. So eventually the older brother, he's picked up a weapon, yeah, and granddad's still shouting like, he don't give a fuck. So the older brother's kind of like analysed like granddad, yeah, and I think he's just realised, you know what, yeah, I can do this by myself, innit? As in, I don't need this weapon. He's put it down. The older brother's come and just given him one clean bang. And then granddad's just there all fat and sloppy, just falling so slow on the floor. Like it was crazy. Like it was mad. But yeah, he was there on the floor. And guess what? The mum is there screaming, no, my boyfriend, no, I can't believe this, they killed him. Bruv, I couldn't believe this shit. I turned to my baby dad now, because I genuinely couldn't believe this behaviour, yeah. And I'm like to him, like, what is she doing? Like, what the fuck is she doing, yeah? And he's like, this is how she is, I already told you. Okay, side story to this, yeah, the mum basically has a history of doing this, right? So you know how I was talking about the other baby that she has, the fake American, you know, yeah? So it was an incident basically where he did the same thing, like as in like he was shouting abuse at her, went to hurt her, the sons jumped in. But when the sons jumped in, they actually had weapons and they actually like caused quite serious damage to him, to the point where like he was on the floor, like there was a lot of blood. And then like the mum's now called the police, and then when she's called the police, she said, my sons, they tried to kill my boyfriend. And then the police came and actually like arrested the sons. Like the mum fully wrote a statement and everything to support the boyfriend that was like abusing her. Like it was absolutely crazy. So cool, my baby dad's there, like literally, like I said, so I'm saying to my baby dad, like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Because like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing this. He's like, this is how she is. Like she did it last time with her other boyfriend, and when we helped her, she wrote a statement. I'm thinking like, what the fuck? So I'm getting my baby dad out, I'm dusting them off. I'm like, oh, you know what, you did good, didn't it? You'll get them next time, innit? Like, you do get them next time, innit? Get in the house, innit? So cool, like, granddad, the boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, he's on the floor, like, you know, he's just, like, not really responding. But I can tell he's alive. He's not really responding. I don't know, I guess he's just taking his L. The mum's there, resting up, please, are you okay? And I'm just basically like, I'm just saying, like, I tell young fuck, get your mum, man. Get your mum and bring her in the house. Bring her in the house. So cool, young fuck's getting her mum, like she's there, whatever, like she's bringing her in the house. We go in the house, yeah. Guys, you would think it was done. You would think the drama's done, guys. I'm telling you, a few seconds go by, yeah. Next thing, all you hear is a brick just go through the house, like, what? That's not even what a brick coming through a window would sound like, but literally like a brick just comes through the window. You hear the glass shattering, and then like the babies in the house are screaming because obviously like it's the window breaking. And guys, I'm not even trying to be funny, but all I hear is, your mother's a whore. Like, he wouldn't rest. Like, he just wouldn't let it go. Like, he was very passionate with this statement. Like, he meant that shit. Like, he really meant that with his chest. So then at this point, yeah, the mum starts going, oh my God, guys, no, you have to call the police. You have to call the police. No, guys, he's a gunman. My man a gunman. You have to call the police. He's going to come back with a gun. I'm just looking at this woman. I'm looking at this bitch and I'm thinking, bro, how in Jesus' name can this man be a gunman? How can he even afford the WAPs? There's no way in hell this grown-ass woman actually believes he was a gunman. And what ops does he even have? Like, what? He chills outside the bookies every day. Like, they would know exactly where to find him. Like, the job would be done. But she's there, like, she's now calling the police. And I'm telling you, like I said, a house full of kids. She's there screaming, my man, oh my God, there was an incident in this house. And my sons came and they beat him up. And then he just threw a brick in the house. But he's a gunman. He's a gunman. My man a gunman. He's gonna come back with a gun. And I'm just looking at her like, wow. This is crazy. As soon as the sons have heard that, they're not trying to go through part 2 of the situation, so they're getting ready. They've just like left the mum's house in it because I guess they're trying to like escape the situation, the police, right? I'm there. I'm still trying to comfort my daughter because, you know, like I said, like the bricks come in, and then like when the bricks come in, my child was kind of close to where it kind of landed, so she was like screaming and stuff like that. Something I didn't mention too. So when the bricks come in, yeah, and then like my child kind of started crying and stuff like that. Obviously, naturally, I didn't know if she actually was hurt or she was just crying because of the noise. So I've gone to pick up my daughter and I'm just trying to comfort her. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm just kind of panicking. And then my young fuck now coming to me, she's like, oh my God, it didn't even hit her. It didn't even hit her. Why are you being so dramatic? I'm thinking, young fuck, please, you're focusing on the wrong things. Go and get your mother. Go and get your mother and her gunman boyfriend. What do you mean you're stressed about me looking after my child after a brick just flew through the window? Like, it's just weird. Like you're just worried about the wrong things, love. You're just worried about the wrong things. So yeah, the police come, yeah, the mum's now making a statement. Like, it was just so embarrassing because she's literally explaining everything that's going on. Whole time she's still referring to him as like my boyfriend. He's a gunman. They're kind of looking at me. I'm kind of like, I'm trying to act like I'm not in association with this family, but clearly I am. Like, I'm here, I'm with a baby. Like, you can see that I'm staying here. And it was just, I don't know, it was just so awkward. It was just so embarrassing. And then, so for whatever reason, like, young fuck's mum now gone on this little speech about police brutality and things like that. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, this isn't even the time, because there's in like, one, like, the police weren't even given that energy, and 2 is in like, you're calling them here in regards to your gunman boyfriend, so it's not really making sense, because if anything, you're the one causing the brutality. If anything, it's you. But yeah, so the police make their statement and whatnot. Cool, like, that's the end of the day. And I'm not even joking when I say to you, like, guys, I'm not even joking. That man was back in the house. She was sneaking him back in the house at 3 a.m. Like, I had no respect for that woman whatsoever. Like, it was just too much. It was actually crazy. And I was just so disappointed in myself, because as in, like, I knew that this family wasn't perfect. I didn't come from a perfect family either, innit? But I genuinely just did not see these behaviours before I had my child. And I was just embarrassed that this was actually my village. Like, this was actually the family I chose to create my baby with. Like, I was genuinely embarrassed. And that's the day I actually started plotting my escape, because as in, like, this just wasn't for me. Like, this isn't my village. As in, like, I can respect the fact that, yeah, you're my child's family, but I don't have to be in this environment. As in, like, I already come from a toxic family. Like, I'm trying to, you know, heal from that, do better and things like that. This isn't it at all. So anyways, cool. The next day's come now, guys. I'm walking into the living room, yeah. Young Fog's there. Young Fog's little daughter's there. And I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, what is going on? Because there's a baby in this living room and it's looking at baby vibes. It's looking at baby Michael. And I'm thinking, what the heck? And then her lips are still brown, and then her hands are still brown. And I'm thinking, is this really what's going on? So I'm the first one to wake up. So I'm kind of like, do you know what? Yeah, let me just chill and just see like how the rest of the house responds, right? So now, like, you know, like, more family members coming in, like, as in, like, everyone's coming into the living room. They're seeing her, saying, oh, good morning to everybody. And they're all kind of looking at like the baby, and like, no one's saying anything. But I can tell by everyone's like seeing what I'm seeing, they know like this isn't okay. So then eventually, like, one of the youngest siblings, like the little brother's probably around 7 at the time, he comes in and he's like, why does the baby look like that? And then, like, young folks just like, do you know what? She just has cat's cradle. Like, it's just really, really bad. She just has cat's cradle. So that's really bad. And then at the time, I actually didn't know what cat's cradle was. So, like, I actually went on my phone and I Google searched what it was. And it gave me the impression that that was just, like, dandruff for kids, like, really bad dandruff, like, their scalp's just dry. So if her scalp's dry, that doesn't explain, like, why is her skin white? Why was she beautiful and brown yesterday? Why is today she's white and pink and blistery? And it's inconsistent. but nobody in the house is saying anything. So then eventually now grandma's come in the front room, and she's not saying anything either. Like, she's just there kind of trying to like play both sides of the fence. She's just trying to say things that to basically comfort everybody in the room, but at the same time she's saying nothing whatsoever. So she's just there like, oh baby, you're just growing so much. Oh baby, she's just going through so many changes. Like, But I think she's just trying to make statements to, like, you know, support her daughter, but at the same time let everybody know that, as in, like, yeah, I see what you're seeing, basically. So then, like, the eldest brother kind of comes into the room and he looks at baby Michael, and then he just has this face where it's like, he's not even shocked. Like, he's not even shocked. It's more like, I'm just tired of this family. That's just how he's looking at this kid. And what shocked me throughout this whole situation is that nobody said anything to this woman. No one took her to the side. No one said, like, as in, like, well, if they did have a talk with her, I wasn't there, but I was just really concerned because everyone was acting as if this is normal. As if I wasn't already embarrassed by the incident that happened prior with the granddad, and as if I wasn't already embarrassed by the fact that, as in, like, she was still sneaking him into the house. Yeah, as if I wasn't already embarrassed by the fact that she had him in her bed, as well as I had, like, one of her youngest daughters in the bed with him too. Like, I really hated the fact that, as in, like, this is the family that I decided to make my child with. Like, I was just so annoyed. So anyways, cool. Let's say, like, about, like, a month has gone by, right? And it's Young Thug's oldest daughter's birthday. So she's organised this situation where obviously, like, her side of the family and the baby dad side of the family have this gathering at the house, right? And I'm just sticking to myself. At this moment in time, like, I'm just planning, like, you know, my getaway, like, you know, I'm in my last year of uni, I'm getting my own place, like, you know, I'm sorting out a car, like, just all these things that you do, just getting my life together, right? But anyways, cool, like, I'm just there keeping to myself because honestly I was just over the family, right? But I'm just keeping it respectful because regardless, it's like my child's family, like, as in, I can't, you know, I can keep my distance, but I can't completely get rid of them. Well, I did eventually, but yeah. So I'm at this gathering and then I can see the grandmother from the baby dad side and she's looking at me and she looks like she really wants to talk to me. So, you know, I'm always going to be respectful, I'm always going to be nice. And see, she was the only person at the gathering that I spoke to because she seemed like the only human there that actually had, like, common sense. So she comes up to me and she's like, oh, like, are you so-and-so's mother? Like, you know, Young Thug's daughter's cousin. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, nice to meet you. She's like, oh, yeah. Like, and then she just asked me, she's like, oh, like, I was just wondering, have you noticed, as in, like, you know, any changes in, like, you know, like, baby Michael's skin or anything like that? And it's like, oh, yeah. Like, as in, like, we're both realising, like, yeah, we're both on the same page and we're both asking, like, the right questions here. Like, only people doing that, right? And I'm like, yeah. I did ask her about it and she did just say it's cat's cradle. And she was like, yeah, I guess so. But as in, like, I mean her actual skin, like her skin, as in, like, it's just white and blistery and, like, you know, some parts of it's really brown. As in, like, yeah, like, that's all she said. Like, that's all they've said, as in, like, it's cat's cradle. Like, I actually don't know. And she was like, oh, yeah, like, oh. She said something like, when I asked Young Thug, like, she said it's just something that happens in her family. It's just in her DNA. And I was like, oh, like, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, like, she kept saying, as in, like, oh, like, if I was to see, like, my daughter and if I was to see, like, her daughter side by side, you would literally think they're twins, like, because they're literally they're exact same shade. And it's like, it's just something that happens in their family. Like, randomly, the kids just come out, like, light skin. And then that's when it dropped in my head, like, this is deeper than the competition. It's deeper than jealousy. I don't know what to call it, but absolutely no way. Like, absolutely no way. And then I don't know, man. And then I'll be honest, yeah, in regards to, like, you know, the drama on TikTok and, like, you know, all the things that have been going on and whatnot, yeah, I'm just really starting to see a pattern in a certain demographic when it comes to me and kids. Like, I don't know what the trigger is, but it's absolutely crazy. Like, guys, like, even side note, you know Kilo Keems, you know that rapper? Even him, Caribbean man, he called my youth broke. My child broke. I don't know if he was just jealous by the fact that my child is, like, you know, taller than him, but, like, come on, guys. I don't know what it is with Caribbeans and targeting children, but it's like, pick on someone your own size. Like, I don't know, that community, it seems to be, like, a lot of bullying within that community, and the God honest truth is, like, they're not really scaring anybody. It's just weird behaviour. It's kind of like, you know, when we see, like, Miss Our Fabulous going off on TikTok, it's like, nobody's really scared, but we're just like, like, we just want to see the show. And speaking of seeing a show, yeah, I keep receipts, yeah? When we left court, I told them to send me every single document printed off and mail it to my house, yeah? So anything you want to try to say about me, I stay ready. Look. Yeah? Straight receipts, right? So I dare someone come out, oh, she's crazy, she's this, she's that, she sells front, she's da. When it's all said and done, you're a bunch of bullies. You're a bunch of bullies, and you're not scaring anybody. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want another one, because like I said, I got story time for days. And yeah, guys, just have a great day. Bye. Thank you.
Okay.